Alright guys, we're back again doing something a little bit different today. We have a Yamaha TT-R50 and we're going to take this opportunity to try and teach Jaxon, he's our youngest test, he's also my son, how to use gears. Now Jaxon has only ever ridden bikes without gears, auto bikes, so Pee-wee 50s and other petrol and electric bikes. So we're going to try and explain to him the concept of gears. We've kind of been talking about it in the car on the way up here, why you go down gears, why you go up gears, and I think the tricky thing will be explaining the concept of torque. Jax, we've talked about torque.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think torque is when I talk about it on a bike?
Like it makes it easier when you're going uphill.
That's right. It makes it easier when you're going uphill, so you get a little bit more power. So if you were to be going as fast as you can on a straight without any hills, do you go up the gears or down the gears?
Up.
That's right, up. So you go first, second, third. Now if you got to a hill and you were trying to go up the hill and you're running out of power, which direction would you go in the gears?
Down.
That's right, okay. And so when you want to go up gears, what do you do with your foot?
You pull from the bottom and push up.
Yeah, that's right. You pull up, and when you want to go down gears, you step on that gear lever, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, and you've got to take the throttle off, remember, to change gears and then put it back on.
Yep.
Okay, so Jaxon is 6, and like all probably other little moto kids out there, he loves dirt bikes and he watches it all the time. So he sees Dad doing it and he sees other, but this is his first go. So we're going to have a little bit of a practice run here and we'll see how it goes teaching. I didn't know how long this would take. I'm thinking this could take, I don't know, a day, it could take a minute, but we're going to practice on some flat ground and then we're going to move into the bush and do it on some single track where he's got to go up and down hills and really work that gearbox situation out. All right, Jax, so you get this concept that's it's in what's called neutral. So neutral is not in a gear where it moves. So the bike's not going to move, it's just in neutral. Okay, so you can rev it like that, Bordy's revving it for you, but it won't go anywhere, it just stops it from stalling. Okay, so Bordy's doing that to try and warm it up so it won't stall. You reckon you're ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, hang on a sec. All right, Jax, so now the bike is warmed up, right? So it's been in neutral and it's warmed up. You can put it into gear, it won't go anywhere. Just pull the gear lever up and click it into gear. Okay, so now you're in gear. If you go to move with the throttle, it's gonna go, okay? All right, so you wanna take off and go down the driveway and turn around. So explain the clutch system to us, Bordy.
So lifting this lever up, they're tighter and harder to lift because it activates the clutch. So that tension on there is actually activating the clutch. So if I hold that there, you can rev the bike and it's not going to take off.
Rev the bike, Jax? Yeah, there you go. Okay,
But
so
as
the
soon
clutch.
as I let it go, it's going to take off because it's let the clutch go.
Okay, so the gear lever is slightly trickier and stiffer. Is that because it's early or?
It's just because of the extra load of the clutch on the gear lever.
Right, Jax, I understand you get the concept. It's just a bit hard on your foot. What have you been doing to try and get it into gear?
Going from the other side.
Okay, so you're lifting with your heel. All right, put it back into first. Okay, take off and we'll watch you try and do it again. Remember, you've got to throttle off is the key. Okay, now we're done testing the gears on this Yamaha TT-R50. As I explained earlier, the point of this video was to try and teach Jaxon to go from a bike without gears, which is Yamaha Pee-wee 50, he's ridden a YCF 50A, and lots of electric bikes, to a bike with gears. Jax has just turned 6 the other week, and he's about 125, 130 centimetres, I think 130 centimetres, and 20 something kilos. So he's probably right size to be hopping onto a bike with gears. But it's not an easy transition to make for little kids learning to go up or down in gears. We've got to explain to them a whole bunch of different terminology, which was a bit tricky. But we might as well start with that terminology. Jax, I talked to you about torque. Remember what torque is?
Yeah.
What's torque?
Like when you go up a hill and you're in like the top gear, it will lose torque.
It will lose power. So torque is where you get all that low down power from. Okay. So there's been a few different things you had to explain the gear thing. Do you understand when you go up and down gears?
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you go up through the gears?
When you're gonna go up a hill or down some steep hills
Yeah, that's when you go down into what gear?
first.
Yeah. And if you're trying to go faster along a straight,
Top.
top. That's right. So up to third gear. So it's a 3-speed this bike. So tell us, Jaxie, what were some of the things that you struggled with gear changing? Let's start with that. What were some of the hard things about learning gears or doing gears on the TT-R50?
Well, it was hard to get my foot under and change gears, so we had to try and get another way how I can get up so I could do this.
Yeah, that's right. So the first thing we noticed was that the shifter on these TT-R50s, technical editor explained it earlier, was that the clutch doesn't engage till the end of the throw. So for Jax to get his little foot under there, he actually struggled to pull up. So try pull up for us now. Yeah, keep going. So he kind of couldn't get it to go there. So he ended up having to use his heel to pull it up. Now we have been told that you can get a shorter gear shifter, and that'll help him pull the gear lever up. But one of the things, Jack struggled with was actually getting it up into gear. But going back down through the gears, that was easy, right?
Way easier.
Yeah, so how do you do that? You just stomp on it. So Jax was able to understand that you can go down through the gears, and it was easy for him to step on the gear to go down through it, but to get it up in the gears, he did find that he had to use his heel because he couldn't get his small little boot under there. Now, as the bike gets older, it'll free up a little bit more. This bike's brand new, but a little bit hard to shift. What about being able to know what gear you're in? Was that hard to learn what gear you're in, or was it easy once you figured out how to get power?
Easy one to figure out once I got power.
And what was your favourite gear?
Normally like top.
Top, third gear.
Because
Okay,
I
there you
love going fast.
You love going fast. You saw little kids love going fast. The cool thing about these bikes is you can pretty much just leave him in second. He'll be able to ride everywhere in second, and if you get to a steep hill and he can't get it with his foot, which you should be able to, get it into first, and then he'll be able to ride up the hill in first, and you can pull it back up into second for them if they can't get in a second or third, and then cruise along whatever fire road you're on. So it's kind of, you can leave it in the one gear and go everywhere in the one gear, because obviously there's no clutch, and then if they learn how to use the gears, they can kind of shift before they get to a hill or before they go down a hill without having to think about it on the fly. What about Jaxie throttling? You had to use your accelerator or your throttle over there. When do you use the throttle on and off? When do you turn it on and when do you pull it off?
Like I pull it off when I want to change gears.
That's right. So it was
And when I have to as well.
Yeah, that's right. So teaching Jax to use the throttle only when he's wanting to go, and when he has to take it off when he wants to change gears was a little bit of a learning curve, wasn't it, buddy? Because I think for the first little while he just kind of held the throttle in there and kept trying to change it, wouldn't change gears. So it took a little while for him to learn that throttle off, change gear, throttle on. Did you learn how to go fast, or was that still a little bit slow and tricky because you had to use your heel to go up the gears, to go off throttle, up gear, back on throttle? Was that hard or easy?
Easy.
Easy. Okay, yeah. So we found he looked down at his gear shifter a lot, and so we had to keep reminding Jax using a headset to stop looking at his foot and look up at the road and just trust that he'll know where his foot is. And it was the same even with his throttle. He kept looking to see if his throttle was on and off. So that's probably another thing you're going to have to think about, is reminding them that they need to look at the road and not at their gear shifter. Apart from that, I think the gear shifting was pretty quick. Jax might have picked it up in his first kind of riding session. By the time he'd emptied the first tank of fuel, he was confident picking which gear he needed to be in, confident knowing to take the throttle on or off when he's changing gears, and also how to and actually shifting itself. So definitely I would recommend your kid needs to be slightly bigger. If they're confident and comfortable on a PW50 and they can get their feet on the ground, then you're probably okay to get onto one of these, because if they're in the wrong gear and they go to take off and they kind of don't have enough power to get up a hill, then their feet on the ground. But yeah, if your kid's kind of really outgrown the PW50, spend a day teaching them how to use the gears, and like we've done, we used the headset. It was really helpful, persevere with it. Remember, the gear shifter is tricky, so don't give up. If your little one struggles with the gear shifter, so did Jaxon, and so does everyone else that we've spoken to. You can get a shorter shifter. If not, they can learn to shift with their heel until they can get their foot under it properly and do it properly. That's it, all we've got for you for now. We're going to do a comparison between this bike and Jackson's YCA50, which is a 50 without gears, but the same size as the TT-R50, and come back to you as to what Jaxon thought.